Good morning, my beautiful friend. Proper hello. Oh my gosh, that workout, it kicked my butt, but it was so good. It felt really good. I am just like, I feel like I have so much to catch you up on, and I am just trying to figure out the right way to do it so that I don't make like one ridiculously long, like 6-hour video, because nobody got time for that. But before I talk, or before I keep talking, I wanna make a protein shake because I have just worked my muscles out and I am hungry, if I'm being honest. And this is my favorite time of day to have my protein shake. Number one, it fuels my muscles that I just worked out so hard. Second, it helps to like curb my appetite until it's time for lunch, which will be in just a little bit. And third, it's just delicious. So let me show you what we're working with, because I think I have found the holy grail of protein shakes for me, because I am very picky. So let me show you. Let's go get our protein. So first things first, I'm going to grab my protein shaker. So I'm just gonna tell you right now, this is who we're using. Can you read that? It is a Truvani. When I tell you I love Truvani, I love Truvani. So I do normally make my protein shake in here, and I use this little guy right here, and you just put the protein in the, it doesn't matter. We're not using this today. We're gonna use this little guy. Can you see? This little frother. I have been loving this. I've had this for a few years now. Like, I was on this matcha kick for a while, which I don't know why, because I just don't do well with caffeine. I don't have enough hands. Hold on. Oh, I don't have enough hands. Okay, so we got our cup. Let's get our protein powder. I know this is a beautiful shot. I'm so sorry in advance, but we're heading to the pantry, and this right here is my basket of protein. Oh, I love it. Oh, it's too much. Oh, gosh. So this is what we're working with. Look at this. I have protein on protein on protein. Delicious. This is not a Truvani, it's an imposter, but that's okay. That's okay. Let me break this all down for you. Enter Truvani, which is the whole reason why I wanted to break this out, so that I could tell you about the deliciousness that is Truvani. I love them so much that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of their flavors. They have other flavors on their site, but I just don't have them. And what I did is I got a subscription on Amazon, so I will link these guys for you down below in the description box so that you can enjoy Truvani. But here's what I love about them. These are super clean protein powders. They have minimal ingredients. Like this one here is a peanut butter, and it has 6 ingredients. And all of these have no dairy, no stevia, no gums, no soy, no flow agents, no emulsifiers, no gluten, non-GMO, and no weird ingredients. This one, for example, has pea protein, organic peanut flour, vanilla powder, pumpkin seed, monk fruit extract, and chia seed protein. You know, so all things that I can pronounce, all things that I can like pretty much go to the store and pick out. Like, I can't make this by myself, I know that. So I'm just gonna ask Truvani to make it for me. So I have the peanut butter, I have the chocolate. Next up, I have the chocolate peanut butter, which is one of my absolute favorites. Then I have the vanilla. Let me tell you about my all-time favorite Truvani protein powder, and that is the mint chocolate. This, if you like mint chocolate chip, this is the vibe right here. I just got this like a few days ago, and when I tell you, it is freaking delicious. It is freaking delicious. So this is what I'm about to make right now so that I can fuel my muscles and I can stop talking for a minute, because I really feel like I could talk about Truvani forever. I love them. Okay, so into my shaker cup, I added 16 ounces of filtered water, and they tell you the recommended amount of water on the back of the bag. So they include a scooper in each bag. I just fill it all the way like so. I pour it into my little shaker cup, and then I get to blending. So ordinarily, I would take this little metal ball contraption situation. I throw it in my shaker cup, put the lid on nice and tight, and I would shake it to help break up the powder and dissolve everything. However, when I got this mint chalk protein powder, I started using my little frother. So I just kind of like, I get it going in there, and it is like the smoothest, most delicious. Oh my God, I have no words. Girl. So I am finding that the frother method is my favorite, because protein powders, I mean, let's face it, sometimes they can leave a little bit of like a grainy texture behind, and it's just not a vibe. It's not a vibe. So my shake is done. Come on. And now I drink. Oh my God. This mint chocolate is just, it is so good. I could talk about it forever and ever. It's just so good. I have never in my life looked forward to drinking a protein shake the way I do now that I have found the Truvani shakes. Soulmates. Okay, so let's drink and talk. So I have been on this fitness journey, this like health and wellness journey for, I'm like about to go into my 10th week. Things are going really, really well. I am counting calories, I am tracking macros. In conjunction with that, I am working out 4 to 5 times a week in the gym. So I'm doing resistance training or strength training, and I am also walking. So my activity has definitely gone up. As of this morning's weigh-in, I am pretty much like 17-ish pounds, 18 pounds down from when I started 9, almost 10 weeks ago. So I'm doing really, really well. Now, here is my struggle. This past week has been the hardest for me, and it's really just mental. So I will preface that by saying that this past week, I just wasn't feeling well all week. Starting like Sunday, I felt like I was fighting something, like I was gonna come down with a cold or something. And so I just felt really flat all week, just kind of off and really low energy. And so that did not help. But I have been like battling this mental struggle of where I am on my journey and like not giving myself the credit and really just talking down to myself, where it's like I feel like I should be further ahead, and why don't I look different, and why don't I have more muscle definition? And I mean, like, it has been this weird situation that I've never struggled with before. Typically in the past, like, I'm losing weight, I am like, my clothes are fitting bigger, I'm feeling comfortable, energized, and I'm like, yes, I am doing it, I'm crushing it. This time around, it's like, I can't give myself the props and the credit and just like be happy with where I am. And so this week, my weight has really fluctuated. The most it's fluctuated this whole time, like these last like 9 weeks. So in my post-Thanksgiving video that I did right here, I talked about having gained weight overnight, and that was true. I did. From one weigh-in to the very next weigh-in the next morning, I gained 1 entire pound. And I was like, what the heck? Now, because I've been doing this for a few weeks now and I've been weighing in every single morning, I know that this happens. There is fluctuation even throughout the day, but from day to day, your weight can fluctuate quite a bit. This week, I went up 1 pound on one day. The very next day, I came down exactly 1 pound. The very next day, I went up exactly 1 pound. And the day after that, I went up a little bit more. So this week has been really frustrating for me. Yesterday, by far, was the toughest, because yesterday was the day that I was like, okay, well, it went up yesterday, so hopefully today it goes down, and it keeps going down. But yesterday was the day it actually went up, like for 2 days in a row. And so I was feeling really discouraged and just feeling like I'm not doing enough, I'm not working out hard enough, maybe I'm eating too much, or I'm eating too much sodium, or I was just kind of going through it. And my husband and I were talking about it, and he's like, listen, this is normal. Even people who have been lifting and bodybuilding for years go through this, and their fluctuations are quite a bit larger. I mean, he said there's someone he listens to on a podcast that said there are times when in one day, his weight could fluctuate like 10 pounds. And so while it's semi-comforting to hear that it happens to other people, they're not me. I'm the one dealing with this. So yesterday was really, really frustrating for me. On top of that, yesterday I actually felt the worst. Like I really did feel like I wasn't going to be able to kick this like cold or whatever that was trying to overcome me. So it was just a hard day mentally, and I was struggling hard. And so I spent a little time while I was like resting my body, just doing a little bit of research, and come to find I know about water retention, and I know that I tend to retain water. I just do. One of the things that I learned yesterday that I didn't know before, or maybe hadn't really reconciled, is that when you're building muscle, as I am trying to do, your muscles go through like almost like a breakdown, and they have to repair. And that is how muscle is built. That's how your muscles get bigger. In that process of like you trying to build muscle, your muscles will actually retain water. It's part of the building process and the healing process. Your muscles do become inflamed. And so that actually made me feel better, because I was like, okay, wait a minute, I didn't know about this. So perhaps it's not just that I'm retaining water for like the giggles of it, but it's actually more water retention in my muscles, because I'll tell you, when I work out, I'm trying to give it my all. And I'm not saying that every day I go in and I am trying to hit a new personal record for every single exercise, but I will say that for every exercise, I am trying to push myself. And even if I increase the weight by a couple of pounds, it's a goal of mine to keep pushing myself. 1 additional pound, 2 additional pounds of weight, whatever it is. And so it makes sense because I've actually never worked out like this before. This time around, I've really been pushing myself a lot more. So I didn't take into consideration that I was inflaming my muscles more, and my muscles are going through a faster growth period or a faster growth process than they were before. The other thing that I hadn't considered is that every other time I've been on a fitness journey or a weight loss journey or whatever, I have been working outside of my house. So I put normal clothes on, whether that's like business casual or I'm wearing jeans or whatever, but it was pretty easy to tell very quickly that I was losing weight by the way my clothes felt. Now I am wearing activewear all day long. Crazy enough, I have a pair of pants that I bought back in, I think, 2019. Back in 2019, I weighed then what I weigh right now. Back in 2019, when I was this weight, I went shopping to buy some new pants because all of my pants were big on me. And there was a pair of pants that I bought that didn't fit me at the time. They were like too tight, and I could like get them up kind of, but they wouldn't come all the way up my booty, so I couldn't even try to zip them. But I knew, I was like, I'm gonna put you guys right here and I'm gonna save you because I'm gonna wear you. Well, fast forward about a week ago, I found those pants and I was like, oh my God, I have these, I saved them. I wonder if they fit. Listen, not only can I get them to where I was able to get them back in 2019, I was able to get them all the way up. I zipped them, I buttoned them, and I was able to sit down, and I will tell you, like, they're still too tight for me. I feel like they're a little on the snug side. Like, we're talking white on rice, like that is how close we are. But I was so happy and proud of my progress to be able to put this pair of pants on that I have never been able to wear. The pants have tags on them. Like, that is how never worn they are. They have tags on them. So to be able to put these pants on, I came out and showed my husband, and I was like, I was so over the moon. I thought I was gonna cry because I'm like, holy crap. I am with myself all day, every day. This is not progress I'm seeing. I'm just looking at the calories that I'm counting every day, the macros that I'm tracking, my workouts, like that I'm actually being more active, and the number on the scale. So all of this to say that if you are on a similar journey and you see that your weight is kind of going up and down, or you're having these struggles, I just encourage you to stick with it. These things are completely normal. I mean, I was ready. I was like, who do I reach out to in the fitness world? I need answers, and I need answers right now because I am about to throw this stupid macro tracking app right out the window and burn the scale. My frustration was hitting like a real peak, and my husband, poor guy, he was trying to talk me off the cliff, and I was just having a really hard time. So I've just never had this kind of struggle before. And so I just wanted to share it with you because maybe you've been on a similar journey, or you are currently on a similar journey. And I just want to remind you and remind myself, hold myself accountable, and just say, be kind. Go through this process with a whole lot of grace. There are days that are fantastic. They are super easy. You feel like you're crushing it. And then there are days when you feel just flat and you feel kind of down and you're like, what's wrong with me? Not every day is smooth. Not every day is like full of wins. And some days are just more challenging than others. This week, I did not expect this. I have never encountered something like this. So I just wanted to share it with you. And in case you're going through something similar, I just encourage you highly to hang in there. I am gonna hang in there. I don't want to give up because I have this like minor setback, if you will, which is no setback at all. I will tell you, when I weighed in this morning, I was 2 pounds lighter. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just crazy. It's crazy. A lot of things are at play here. So just hang with it. document everything you can, write down what you're eating. If you are interested in tracking your macros and your calories, I can recommend the app that I'm using, which was Macro Factor. I am loving it so much. There are so many great apps out there. And if you want to hear more about Macro Factor or any other apps that I've tried, comment down below and let me know. And I will do a video, or at least include it in another video so I can share that with you. But it is, it's not an easy journey. It's not just a straight line journey where you go from point A to point B. There is a lot on this journey that's very up and down, but just hang in there. Please hang in there. I'm gonna hang in there. I ask you to please just send love and prayers for my husband, who just has to talk me off the ledge when I get like that and I get so frustrated. But I know in my heart and soul that I'm working really, really hard. I'm doing everything I can and everything I know to do on this journey. This is the most well-rounded experience I've ever been on and been part of. I am really proud of where I am. And on those days when I'm feeling down and feeling flat and feeling uninspired and unmotivated and like I'm not doing enough, maybe I need to watch this segment and say, girl, you're doing just fine. Keep going. So that is all. I have talked your ear off, as I always do, because I love you so much. So any questions you have, please feel free to leave them in the comments. It really helps me to know what kind of videos you want to see and helps me to just tailor things for you. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please make sure that you give it a thumbs up, you subscribe, and you click that notification bell, because all that really supports my channel and it means the world to me. I will see you next time. Mwah. Also, I'm gonna go drink my protein shake.